Another day, another fresh batch of cringe to mull over on the worst thing to ever happen to society, the Funny Bird app. What is up, y'all? Welcome back. And the clip you're about to see is pretty wild. I mean, what has happened to our society? It's almost 2024. You would think by now that we'd have flying cars, we'd have cured all disease, solved world hunger, and instead, we've gotten podcasts. And this one may be the worst one yet. Man, this life is so cruel.
It's not fair!
I mean, I think I speak for everyone, at least here on the channel, when I say the whole let's start a podcast thing needs to be stopped. You know, it's like SoundCloud rapping if you think about it. You know, just because you can doesn't mean you should. And, well, this is no exception. Let's jump into it. But before we do, if you're new around here and haven't subscribed, honestly, I'm going to come to your house and force you to listen to these terrible podcasts over and over until you get the message, because we are on our way to 150 subs here on the channel. The goal is to hit it by the end of the year. And goddamn it, if I'm being honest, we need to make it out of the hood together. But let's roll this shit and brace yourselves.
If there's someone that's very, very young and goes into a marriage and has kids when they're like 18, 19, 20, a year into the relationship, it gets really, really abusive. Even though it might be rare from what you guys think,
it is.
If it would happen, what would you recommend for those people? Would they divorce, or do you want them to keep going in the relationship?
Keep going.
You can't divorce, and that's not a real thing.
Even though it might be like physically abusive?
You gotta endure. People are too...
You want to stick in the
wanna
relationship?
People are
as
just...
opposed-
I mean, look,
people
I'm gonna be
nowadays
honest.
are just
For anyone
situation.
that might be in that situation, what would you recommend?
Okay,
You think
endure.
that-
I'll tell
would
you
they
what.
give up
I'll tell you what.
divorce?
It is such an extreme example that I can't give a prescription for what other people should do.
What about if two people get married, they have a kid, and then the wife starts cheating? Do you think they should divorce?
Absolutely. Jesus himself said in cases of adultery, divorce is
So you think that
permissible.
divorce is worse than physical abuse?
For the
Or
children,
cheating, sorry. You think
Cheating
that
is
cheating
worse
is
than
worse than
physical
physical
abuse.
abuse?
for the
Sorry.
children, yes.
I think I'm not
Okay,
going to
no,
say this
divorce-
is worse.
divorce
I
is
mean,
worse for the children.
So yeah, you saw the clip, and man, what kind of ignorance is this? I think the saddest part about all of this is that these Andrew Tate wannabe cocksuckers are gonna blow their goddamn loads when they see this. You know, I can hear them now, you know, hey, yeah, you tell them bitches, you know, I'm a slap a hoe if I feel it, and, you know, assert your dominance, king. A real man, a real alpha ain't gonna take no shit, right? You can hear it already, right? But like, how are you gonna come on a podcast and basically proclaim that you condone physical violence? You know, like, it's the internet, you know, people are gonna see it. Not only that, but tell people that, you know, you're a pussy, bro, if you don't endure. Like, gee, guys, I'm getting my fucking ass kicked, or, you know, things thrown at me left and right, but, you know, guess I'm the selfish one, you know, guess I'm a little bitch, because I simply can't tolerate disrespect. You know, frankly, of the worst kind. It's like, my mom taught me to never lay my hands on a woman, and I'll be fucking damned if I ever do. But how can you encourage people to stay in such a harmful environment? You know, not only that, but even take it a step further and shame them if they don't. Like look at this fucking retard. I know this guy ain't calling people pussy when his face is so goddamn punchable, and I'm pretty sure he's wearing makeup too. Am I reaching there? It seriously looks like it. Like, dog, get your pretty boy ass out of here talking about what it takes to be a real man. You know, what a douche. And the other guy, the guy that references Jesus, he's a douche too. Let's not forget about him. You know, physical abuse is okay, guys. You know, you can go ahead and kick the shit out of our wives. You know why? Because we're men of God. Like, I'm gonna be real, man. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I ain't the most devout Christian on the planet, but don't bring him into this, right? Because whether you believe it or not, dude, you know, you've got a one-way flight to hell, buddy, and guess what? You're flying spirit, bitch. I hate these guys that try to justify degeneracy or just straight-up crime. You know, beating your significant other, that's battery, right? That's assault. And then they try and go, you know, guise it in the name of Jesus. Like, these people are the most insufferable people on the planet, man. He really tries saying abuse is okay and that cheating is not, because, you know, Jesus said so, right? You know, Jesus didn't technically say abuse was frowned upon, so it must be okay, right? Well, you know what Jesus did say? He said, don't be an asshole. I mean, not quite like that, but you guys get where I'm coming from, right? And now that we've kind of, like, taken a look at these two dickheads here, you know, these honestly are like the same dudes that'll be like, oh, you know, men's mental health and men's depression and all that. We're so ostracized, you know, in the world of mental health. And then they literally dunk on people that can't stick around and endure physical, you know, violence, pain, abuse, whatever you want to call it, right? Like, let's think about this for a second. You know, what if the guy's male, you know? Does he have to just stick around and endure it? Like, I don't think your gender really matters. Like, bottom line, you shouldn't be in a toxic situation. If they're actively hurting you, if they're causing you pain, putting you in unsafe circumstances, get the fuck out. And there's no shame in that. Because I'm going to let my white boy swag come out here for a second, but newsflash, asshole, I myself am a domestic violence survivor, you know, kind of make myself vulnerable here for a second. I endured that for damn near a year, man, and I had these same sort of thoughts. You know, I asked myself, man, am I a pussy if I go? Like, am I in the wrong here? And it's people like this that sort of perpetuate that idea, that contribute to the stigma, you know, this onset of mental health crises in men. Because, you know, these same guys that are out here calling us pussy are the same people that feel like, oh, you know, men are so victimized when it comes to mental health, and no one ever talks about that. It's like, it's so ass backwards, man. Like, what a bunch of fucking losers. And I want to talk about the women here too. I don't think they're entirely innocent either. I feel like their intentions here were good, but I hate some of the things they said. So I hate how they say cheating isn't nearly as bad as physical abuse, specifically in regards to the kids. And though I see where they're coming from, I think this take isn't quite right either, because neither of these two things are good, right? Let's just, you know, call a spade, you know, say it as it is, right? Because on one hand, abuse, physical abuse causes physical pain, right? And cheating causes pain as well. They're two different kinds of pain, but they have the same result, you know, like, why was this question, or why was this debate even posed in the first place? You know, why does it have to be a competition? You know, like I said before, just don't be an asshole. It really isn't that hard. Like in a way, their responses to the guys kind of seemed like they were suggesting cheating is okay, or at least to an extent, you know, like the whole, well, it's okay because, you know, I could be worse, you know, I could be beating on my spouse. You know, that's the kind of energy I get from this. And I don't know, it just didn't sit with me right. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say about that. But yeah, that about wraps this one up. Just to kind of recap here, the dudes are douchebags. And as for the women, I think their hearts really were in the right place here, but it just seemed like they, in a way, supported cheating. And honestly, bottom line here, man, can we please stop making stupid people famous? You know, can we stop giving these idiots a platform? And honestly, at this point, after watching this garbage, I think I speak for pretty much everyone here when I say I'd rather you focus on your rap careers at this point. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, leave a like rating, subscribe to the channel for more commentaries just like this. Leave a comment down below. I would love to hear what y'all have to say about this. And yeah, guys, I'm about to go beat my wife because I guess Jesus said that's cool. You know, kidding, of course. But this is Runter, and we'll catch y'all on the next one. Later.